See 'em? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hi, this is Jackie Bros on here, everybody.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap. Welcome to the Red State Update podcast.
Yep.
You may take a look at my friend over here and say, what's the matter with him?
Well, there's nothing wrong with me.
Well, he must be one of them Trump-loving Alabama ball game going to, president cheering.
No, I ain't no such thing.
You don't like Alabama? I can't blame you.
Well, I ain't too crazy about him right now.
If you had been at that Alabama game,
Yeah.
one of them boat towing, Chick-fil-A eating, president cheering motherfuckers.
Hey, watch your mouth.
One of them roll tide eating fools.
Yeah.
Saying it and eating it. Roll Tide. What if that was your personality? Roll Tide.
But my personality, what?
Well, yeah, that's a lot of people's personality. They just go Roll Tide.
Well, I know that, but that's all they do. Yeah. Well, all right. No,
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of people whose personality is go Vols.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They probably would have cheered the president too.
Very well could have anywhere down here. Lord knows they found the right place. They had to get on. Right now, there's impeachment probe going on, or hearings, or whatever. I don't even know where it's at now. And they got all this stuff happening. And the most important thing for somebody in the White House right now is finding a sporting event to get him there where he gonna get cheered. You know, they said, well, we need to get a lawyer for this, Mr. President. You find me someplace where I can go and they ain't gonna boo.
The phone call was perfect. You know what's not perfect? Getting booed at a UFC event.
Far from it. Yeah.
Fine, get me down to those stump water drinking motherfuckers.
I guarantee you that's what, I don't like that language at all coming out of you, but I guarantee you that's what it says about he's a know-it-all Yankee. You know damn well. Of course, if it come out and there's a tape of that come out, him saying that like Penguin and Batman or whatever, he'd take a Penguin Trump tape and play it out loud in the whole stadium. People be like laughing at it. Like,
I think he treats a stadium and a studio as the same.
Well, yeah.
Because he doesn't do like public addresses. He's not doing my fellow Americans.
No.
He's going out there and say, lock her up here in the stadio. What happens in the stadio stays in the stadio.
You misspoke, yeah.
So he's out in the stadio. He's like, can you get me one of them NASCAR things and fill it with, listen, I don't want toothless hillbillies crawling out of the outhouse. I don't want Roy Moore hillbillies.
We ain't got time to push them to the back of the studios.
But luckily, the rich and well-to-do hillbillies also love me. So let's go to a Bama game. Somebody said, well, it's not Stephen Miller, because he doesn't know what that means.
No, he doesn't know first thing about now.
But somebody in there was smart enough to say, hey, can you get him to a Bama game? And he's like, yes, chopper me in.
Get him there. These are the things, this is the man, the most powerful man in the world. This is what he's concerned with.
Bama game people at the Bama game show up and they're like, I saw you at the Trump rally. I seen you at the LSU game. Shit. Buy you a beer? Buy you a hood. Buy you a hood and a beer?
That's what's important.
What were you saying, Jackie? I'm sorry.
I'm just saying that that's somebody's job. Granted, I'd rather have the job of, I wouldn't want to have any job associated with him, first off. No, they all have it, but they all deserve it. Whatever hell your life is, you deserve it. And I guarantee you, being around him, most people is hell because they ain't around too long. They're gone.
Somebody's job changes every week. And whose job was it to find him in a sporting event that would not boo him? It could have been Mick Mulvaney.
Very well could have.
It could have been a temp admin assistant. We don't know.
Sir, Mr. President, excuse me, sir. Now, we're negotiation with China are very delicate right now. We need to. You get me to a game where they don't boo me. You sorry son of a blah, throws a book at Mulvaney or whatever. That's yeah.
What about them log rolling contests? Remember when there used to be like an ESPN 7 and they'd be like a damn log rolling is that from Dodgeball, ESPN 7? But like, I think that's in his head. The perfect audience would be like the USFL, but he bankrupted them, right? Was that who he bankrupted?
I think he one of the many people he bankrupted, yeah.
I want football, but worse. Like, football, I love it, but it's a little hard for me to understand. I get distracted because my head is full of racist thoughts. Is there a team that somebody, like Donald Trump, could come up with, a new sport for me? If he wants to make money, and this is sad, and I'm not saying this is funny, I'm saying this ruefully, he should come out with racist football when he leaves office. If somebody went in there and proposed to him, why don't you start a racist football league?
Don't even joke about it.
Start a church, and build that church you were talking about with that your spiritual advisor woman who works down the hall here now.
Good Lord.
Whose last name is White. I'm sure she had it changed for professional reasons. And because they're like, who's that new lady? What's that new lady who works here? The white lady? And everybody's head turns, huh? Did you say my name? If they want to make money, they build that church, and on the church grounds, they have a big stadium, and they play racist football every week. They'll just make money, hand over fist. Sadly, it'll keep him occupied. He would resign to do it, I think.
No, he said if he gets beat or gets put out of office, it's come out of his mouth now. That's what he said. Because if I lose or if they impeach, or remove me from office, you'll never hear from me again. Which I don't think is true. But that's what it's like. That's just egging them on right there. That's just, yeah.
Well, whoever's job it was to find him a sporting event that did not boo him got a promotion or a raise or is in charge of throwing immigrants in cages, which is that's a high paying post there.
Yeah.
High ranking. And you can see, because this week we've had a couple of former Trumpies crawling back, kissing his ass. You got Jeff Sessions.
Yeah.
Running for Senate in Alabama.
I'm going to say right now that Trump's being waffling on this or whatnot. He said, I agree with what he's saying, but I don't know if I'm endorsing him or not. Let me just say, go ahead. He's going to end up endorsing him if he keeps putting out political ads where he's kissing the president's hind end repeatedly over and over again. How many times can you kiss someone's rear end in a 30-minute spot? If you want to see that, go look at
like that guy used to do the fast talker from the 80s, did Micro Machines.
Oh, yeah, I remember him talk real fast, yeah.
It's like Jeff Sessions. Jeff Sessions is the Micro Machines guy of kissing Trump's ass. He can just do it so many times in 30 seconds.
Yep.
And Trump don't give a shit. Trump wins. This is Trump being victorious. Doesn't matter what he said about Trump or what Trump said about him as long as he comes crawling back.
Unless, a miracle happens. I'm going to tell you right now what I foresee. When election come around, you're going to have Trump down there stumping for Sessions, going to have him on stage with him at a rally down there, and he's going to be making, remember when you did this? And people, oh, yeah.
Not very nice, Jeff.
Yeah.
Not very nice.
We're going to see that. He's going to humiliate him live in front of everybody. The only chance we got we're not going to see that is, we've discussed this earlier, if Roy Moore out-Trumps Trump.
It's true. Roy Moore could be worse, more racist, more homophobic, more crazy pedophile, churchy, more Ten Commandments on the yard, come out Trump. That might possibly work, because I think the jury's still out. Well, maybe this week we learned that because of Matt Bevin's in Kentucky, a Trump-like asshole who
Yeah.
was too much of an asshole for
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
So he lost. So maybe it ain't just about being Trumpy. Maybe Trump has some ineffable charm that we don't. It's hard to describe. I don't see it.
I don't either. It's something that it just only certain people can see. I don't know.
I guess you just got to be. There's a whole stadium full of people
They
seeing
see
it.
something. I don't know. All I see is just a miserable Yankee, know-it-all bigot, full of himself, running his damn mouth. And I don't. Why anybody wants to look at anything like that don't make a damn bit of sense to me.
So maybe it ain't about maybe out-Trumping Trump doesn't work. You have to be Trump to out-Trump Trump. So we'll find out with Roy Moore. But so far it seems like Matt Bevin in Kentucky did not work because he was a Yankee asshole who come down and ran on being a Yankee asshole.
Another damn Yankee. Yeah.
He lost.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
well, I mean, he's lost for now, but I'm sure Kentucky's going to install him as
ain't,
governor.
Yeah, he ain't. He'll contest that as long as he can.
I mean, what would an asshole do?
Yeah, you would be. Yeah.
Watch and find out.
Rise to the challenge. We're going to find out. Yeah, all of these things we're describing we'll soon see, and it's all going to be truly horrible and more embarrassing for this nation as it goes on.
Well, you got Nikki Haley, who a lot of people are holding out hope. She's one of the good Trumpies. But
No.
she come back kissing that ass. Really strange, like taking down Kelly and Tillerson, stabbing them in the back, saying, "Oh, they come to me and they said, oh, they were going to save America." We're like,
Yeah, well,
I mean,
somebody was trying to at least.
didn't work.
No, it didn't. Didn't come close to working. Yeah, no.
None of them had a good plan.
Evidently.
If they'd figured it out, I guess Nikki Haley might have her book coming out might be about how I saved America. I don't know if this was just the backbiting that they couldn't all get along. She kind of accuses him of some sexism, which I'm sure is there.
Oh, yeah.
But now she's kissing Trump's ass, so I mean, I don't know if, I'm sure they were very sexist, awful people. But look at the president is.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Don't make a damn
You
bit of
don't
sense
say,
to me.
I decided not to save America because America elected Trump. I guess that makes sense. That tracks. Well, I can't. They said we got to save America from Trump, but America elected Trump. So I guess I'm just going to weasel my way into being vice president.
Won't try to. Everybody got a book right now. Bolton got a book. She got a book. What is it? Nominous.
This is not anonymous with the masks and hacking into stuff.
Oh, no. This is nobody knows who this is.
I wonder how their book compares with Nikki Haley. So these are all the people who got scared of Trump but didn't do anything about it. Nikki Haley, well, they said we should save America, but then they got fired. But did she get fired or did she quit?
She quit. But,
But now she's back kissing his ass, but on her own terms.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey. And Anonymous said everybody was going to resign. There's going to be a mass resignation. What a self-inflicted Saturday night massacre. But they didn't do it.
No, nobody do that.
How's that a book?
I don't know.
That's a terrible book. Well, we thought about it.
Well,
How do you, at least in a comic book, you got thought balloons.
I don't need, listen, you need to just, first off, quit being a damn hiding behind or whatever, unless you're up there close and think you're trying to save America like old Tillerson and the rest of them. But look, there's nothing in that book, I guarantee you, that I don't already know. That's the thing about all these books. Oh, my God, he did this. None of it's surprising. They all say the same thing. He's a damn idiot, doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
When there's a revelation, it's not so much the incident, the thing, it's how dumb the thing was.
Yeah, and this was really dangerous. This is really dangerous. Yeah, well, yeah, I know. I see it on my every day.
You remember when you heard about that dumb thing Trump did? Yeah, it's dumber than that. And also, we nearly all died. Shit. So I guess there's some value in these books.
Maybe.
Bolton's got a book out. I'm confused by Bolton. He was supposed to appear to testify.
Yeah.
To the Schiffers.
Shifty Shifts was having his thing, and he's supposed to show up there with her. You know, he had how many people? 4 or 5 people so far.
He's been making noise. He's got his lawyer outside. Oh, Bolton knows so much. You won't even believe what Bolton knows. Bolton knows. Remember Bo knows?
Yeah, Bo knows.
Bolton knows.
Bolton knows, yeah.
That's old reference. Bolton knows all this stuff, but he won't show up to the
he won't
He
come.
wants to tell you, but he can't.
Till
he's
going
to sue you, but a judge can make him.
Yeah.
That's...
I don't understand any of that. That's confusing to everybody. Is it just to sell the book?
How many people are going to buy that book? How many people buy these books? I feel like they just quote them in Politico and everybody moves on.
That's all I know of them. I ain't going to sit and read any of these damn things. I tried to read the scared one, the one that says...
yeah, they got out. They were one of the first.
First one, yeah, I was trying to and I'm like, I don't want to read this. It's depressing as hell. I'm living this. What am I going to read it for? I don't need to read it. Sure, it's all terrible behind the scenes. I know.
I can't keep up with Twitter. It's like fucking Game of Thrones and damn old Netflix and HBO and now Disney coming out, and I can't keep up with all the TV shows I'm supposed to watch. I can't keep up with all the Trump news. I can't read all the articles and the tweets and the Twitters, and now you putting out a damn book on top of it.
And that's how he gets away with it. He does something stupid all the time. Well, look, he had to pay, the President of the United States has to pay $2 million for ripping off veterans, for taking the money he was supposed to be. This is in court. This is a done deal. He has to pay to the $2 million that he stole from veterans and moved over to his campaign as opposed to giving to who he said it was for charity reasons. Ain't nobody talking about that. That was, how long did that get? 15 minutes of that day? Is that it? It would end the career of any other human being in politics or anywhere. Any CEO or corporate, he did what? He raised money for veterans and did what with it?
I mean, that's too bad. Like if you were making a TV show before Trump, you'd be like, no, that's too much.
Too much. No,
do a
nobody
charity
would,
or veterans, but don't do a veterans. Nobody's going to believe that. I guess people don't believe it. I guess Trumpers don't believe it.
They just don't think it's. I mean, it's proven that he's got. Yeah.
They don't see it if it comes through Fox. They're not going to, unless it comes through Fox. They're not going to see it. And if they happen to be in a bar or an airport where CNN's on and nobody's thrown a bottle through the screen yet, they just don't believe it. If they see it on newspaper, they don't believe it because they don't get any context for it. So it's all Fox. It's all Breitbart. It's all Facebook. All their friends feeding them this news. They're not going to hear about the charity. And if they happen to see it, it's like the Truman Show. Like a PA comes and takes the paper away before they get to take a second look at it because the world's moved on.
Well, they also tell wherever they would have saw it, they're all liars. That's all they do. That's what they tell them. If it's CNN and Washington Post, wherever you read the damn story, they're out there just putting out, pumping out misinformation to begin with. That's what they think.
And then they go, what about Schiff? What about Schiff's charity?
What? Yeah. It don't make a damn bit of sense. None of it making a sense. And that's what I don't understand. They look at him and hear him and see him and hear. I mean, you don't need no filter. Just him, lock her up, all that stuff. Just him talking, which they get on the computer all day too. And they look at this and they see this and they say, no, this couldn't be true. This man would never rip off no, how can you even think he's an admirable human being in any way, shape, or form? I don't understand. I guess I never will. I'll go to my grave and not understand this. And people say, well, you can't talk that way because people who like him, they ain't all racist and they ain't all, this or that or misogynist, any of that. Well, how could you not be any of those things and think that this man is a good president? I don't understand.
There might be some people who don't even, I was going to say maybe there's some people who don't hear the worst of that stuff and they only hear the stuff. There's people who think he's just going around arresting people. They think he's cleaning up Washington. That's what they think. They think that. That's not a small number of people. That is a huge number of people who think that Trump is out there tricking and catching and arresting and jailing and locking them up. They think he's fighting corruption.
Oh, that's what he's doing.
I mean, we've said this a million times. Elvis was a narc, but that's what they think he's doing. He's eating up all the pills.
How could it not be?
Great Pickard and Bowden, everybody.
What is not perfect about that damn phone call? Tell me one thing. Read the transcript.
He's on there saying, Republicans were starting to say, okay, well, you know what? Things ain't that. Some Republicans, not all, some are saying everything was great. But some Republicans were trying to feel out the area of, well, this ain't the best look for a president, but it's not impeachable. Everybody's got all worked up over this. Nikki Haley saying stuff like, it's not great, but it don't get so, everybody's so excitable these days.
Well, you just, extorting another country yeah.
They're feeling out that safe zone. And then Trump tweets today, Republicans don't fall into the fool's trap. The fool's trap. Does that mean it's a trap set by a fool or it's a trap for fools?
Either way, both probably to him.
Both, yeah. There was a perfect phone call. Don't say it wasn't perfect. It was perfect. Period.
And I'm waiting to see how many people next week. Just watch them grow. They're just gonna. There's an app with the phone. It's obvious. Now I think there's people out there who like him and say that's what he does, wheeler dealer behind the scenes.
Yeah, some people don't care about
They don't give a damn about the laws. They don't
care
give a
about
damn
working with other countries. They don't
Constitution, none of that. They don't give a damn. If it hurts Joe Biden, good, do it.
Well, there's a lot of Democrats that want to hurt Joe Biden.
Well, that's true. Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
he sort of looks like he's in pain all the time anyway.
He does. Why add to it?
Probably scalp pain. So, fool's trap. Trump's telling them don't fall into the fool's trap. They don't know what's going on.
How many of them are going to be saying there's absolute? He's right. Nobody, because I don't think anybody says it's a perfect phone call besides the president. That's the only person I've heard say that. Now, Louis Gohmert may have said it sometime or another.
Matt Gates.
Gates said it at one time. But
Jim Jordan, what's Jim Jordan say?
Yeah, who gives a damn what he says?
I can't hear you. The showers are too loud.
Yeah. Still sitting there. How many people, another man come out and there's nothing. Nobody cares. Of course, they just don't think it's true.
They're putting him on different committees so he can be, every time there's a committee where he can cause a scene and not have a jacket on, they want him on TV. You keep not wearing a jacket, we're going to keep putting you on televised committees.
If you was in let's say a fight for your life, a political life, or struggle, whatever, you know what I mean? It's right on the edge, like you need help. You need the best legal help that anyone in the world needs. You're in a position you need it, and it's Jim Jordan and Matt Gates. That's who's going to pull you through. And it probably going to work, because both them about as dumb as he is. They can spin what he says, which is basically, let's say, gibberish, crazy conspiracy stuff, don't make a damn bit of sense, don't even say it right, and they take these two men.
Trump is like a supervillain henchman, like one of the henchmen is running the supervillain crew. And he's as dumb, and they're all equally dumb. But somehow it's working for him.
It's because they're all dumb, because it's so stupid, because, like, how do you... Like, because, I don't argue with stupid people for too long, because, like, I ain't even got to respond to this. But now it's just like, how the hell can you respond to this? I don't know. Cheer, I guess. Boo or cheer. That's your choice. Depends on where you're at.
And so Trump is telling people, and everybody in the office is running around. I don't feel sorry for them, but it is a terrible job. Because they're trying to, they can say that it was not a great phone call, but it's not impeachable. These guys can double down on it being a perfect phone call. We got Lamar Alexander over here in the fretting zone. So we've got, and then Trump just comes out and blows everything up. Somebody spent a whole morning on that. It's like you make like just beautiful flower arrangements.
And all these people said he's an awful human being, but he's putting judges and he's for the Republicans are really doing a lot of good work. No, they ain't. They ain't doing nothing. Republicans, can you imagine what they could be doing? If this is what you really believe, if you're really conservative, you really have these beliefs, and this is what you want to be, if he just didn't talk all day, If he just, does a speech every now and then, he could still do his rallies. And imagine what they could be getting done. They ain't getting none of it done because all they're doing is having to defend insanity regularly.
Where was I going with that flower arrangement thing?
Why?
Barr, he wanted Barr. There is still something funny. You got to find humor where you can, folks. And there is something funny to me about all these idiots in the White House getting bossed around by a bigger idiot. He wanted Barr to come out and give a press conference after the phone call, talking about how perfect the phone call was. He won an award for this phone call.
Even Bill Barr.
The phone company gave him an award.
Stood back from this one. This was one that Bill Barr couldn't even do.
He was like, you know what? Maybe we ought not. Did he just not respond?
That could be it. We know he didn't do it.
I
think he said no in some sort of way. How he did it, we don't know.
I didn't. I should have written down where this was. But when I was reading about this, they were like, "Oh, it's still a sore point for Trump." Like Trump is mad at Barr that he didn't give a press conference about his phone call to Ukraine.
Yeah, of course he's mad.
The Ukraine was going to work. There was that article that come out today that Ukraine was going to.
What choice does a man have? He's stuck between America
The only reason he
Russia.
didn't do it was because the whistleblower. Even though Nikki Haley says, well, there was no quid pro quo because the aid started flowing because of the whistleblower.
That's why.
Which they're demanding to know who it is. Do you know who it is, Jackie?
They say they know who it is, but I don't pay no. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who it is. They seem to think they know who it is. Boys out there saying, everybody breaking the law, saying who the person is, and on and on. But that don't make a damn a bit of sense to me. Going on, Lindsey Graham was on TV today. Oh, when it comes out that he's a member of the deep state, you step back. It's going to change. The tables will turn.
Is going to be a member of the deep state, according to them. He's in the deep state just because he whistleblew. They hate whistleblowers. The name whistleblower now on the right just means that you're an asshole. They don't even like drum majorettes anymore. No whistleblowers.
Not one of these people saying all this stuff has said one word about what he said not being true. Because it's being backed up by how many people right now? How many people under oath have said exactly what happened that this whistleblower said? So it's not about that. It's just that he told on him.
Well, Lindsey Graham says he won't be. He says his mind's made up. He knows it.
He ain't going to do his job. I know. He ain't going to look at none of this. He ain't going to say anything. Yeah, yeah. The public hearing start next week. We'll see what the hell happens. I don't know anymore. I just
Lindsey Graham grew up in a bar. He always says maybe he didn't learn to read. Maybe he knew the labels of the bottles by taste alone.
Sounds about right.
So Sondland, there's little things that are funny. So Sondland, he remembered. Now, this was a long time ago, folks, so you may have already forgotten this, so I can't get on Sondland's case because there is so much news. I don't know when. I'm so far behind on Watchmen, and they're putting out all these books. How am I going to watch the TV and read the tweets and read the anonymous book? Nikki Haley, first of all, nobody's going to read Nikki Haley's book.
No.
When she runs for president, a bunch of journalists will have to read her book, but that's about it. So I got to get caught up on Watchmen, I guess, is the point of that. So Sondland, folks, I don't know if you recall, but he had testified. There was no quid pro quo.
None whatsoever. No. None of that right
and
there.
Then he remembered, right.
After two or three other people.
Quid pro quo.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me tell you, this is going to be funny right here. And you watch this. What's his name? His lawyer who's sitting in the cooler right now. Cohen. He told every one of them, looked in the eyes, you going to be sitting where I'm sitting. You wait and see if you stay with him. And sure enough, guess who's going to be sitting there? It's going to be Mulvaney, Giuliani, and Sondland. Man, you just said they're going to throw every one of them under the bus. Because it's all hearsay, see? It's all hearsay. Well, one of them, not you think which one of them is going to turn against the president first?
Giuliani.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, his buddies from Ukraine already flipped.
Yeah, he's gonna flip. I mean, I don't think it'll be too much longer. He's definitely they're gonna turn on each other.
Yeah.
If Mulvaney you think Mulvaney will ever testify?
He ain't got nothing until they force him to some way or another. I don't know, get a judge. But see, I don't understand that. Democrats don't make a damn bit of sense there. They said, no, we got to rush through this. We got to get this done. We got to go fast. I'm like, no, subpoena them, because then you get rid of that hearsay, because we know damn well he's talked directly to Giuliani. The three of them men. Well, Sondland, we already know, already flipped. He already said, no, I'm sorry. I remember right now. I remember, yes, we tried to extort money from him. Yeah, it all comes back to me now.
Well, Jackie, you sound pretty brave here on this podcast, but would you stand in front of a stadio full of Bama and LSU fans and with a microphone and explain all this to them?
Oh, hell. Ain't nobody going to listen to me.
No. They'd start fight. What would you do when you started seeing them coming for you, like on all sides, just like hopping over the barricades?
If they won't come at an old man, hunt him down, hurt him, then just let them do it, which I'm sure they would.
Okay, Boomer.
So what? Thank y'all kindly for listening to the Red State Update. We appreciate your ears. We thank you kindly for listening. And if you want to hear a little bit more from, us talking, how about 20 more minutes of this? Is that, well, you're going to get 30 extra minutes now because we're about to do local sponsors. But then if you want an additional 20 minutes after that, go to, what is it? The page?
Patreon.
Go to that for $5 a month and more. A month or more. No, or more. $5 or more for a month. A month.
Well, let me get this straight.
Yeah. I'm trying to get it straight in my head because I don't give the money to it, so I don't know how it works.
Folks, if you want to come up off $5 that you got in that billfold of yours, come on over to the patreon.com/Red State Update or some combination of those letters. Patreon.com Red State Update. And you can give us any amount of money that you think we deserve.
Oh, yeah, don't have to give $5. We're not saying that at all.
Every month, $5, you come up off that $5 in your billfold. And you get, what do you get for that?
You get extra 20 minutes.
You get an extra 20. Now, if you give us $1, $2, $3, $4, you get gratitude.
Which that in itself is its own reward.
It ain't nothing. You give us $5 or more, you get 20 extra minutes with Jackie and Dunlap. And folks, what is on that show? Well, we have been asking some of our fans who listen to us over on Patreon and get the 20 extra minutes because they come up off that $5 in their billfold. And they said, oh, here's some of our favorite ones that you have done. Hold on, Jackie. I'm going to name some of these.
All right.
Because you can't see the poll.
Well, we ask their permission because it's theirs. It's made for them. If you use a $5 package or more, this is made for you. So we asked them permission if you could play just one of these for other people who don't want to give the $5. And
drop it in the regular feed.
Yeah, just drop it. Share. Ask them, do you want to share this with everybody? Pick the best one you think, and then we'll put it on here for everyone to listen to and decide that, I'm doing all right without this.
Here's some good examples. Our friend Al Moore says Mr. Slaw. There was a whole episode with Mr. Slaw on it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that. Yeah.
Kurt Gresh says episode 31 had good names for dogs. The Jack Klugman trial.
Oh, I like it. That's a good one. That one's intriguing and has that's history and legalese talk.
I guess we talk about Simon and Simon. He says anyone where Dunlap gets to do his Jack Klugman voice. Now that speaks to a very specific group of people who are interested in that. And Jack Klugman, period. And somebody doing a voice of Jack Klugman, which thanks, Kurt, but it's not that good. Guy Lancaster, famous Guy Lancaster. Professor Guy Lancaster says, I'm going to episode 72, Rest in Peace, Kingsford Scope. Is that the same one with Wes Orcolo? Man, I don't know. Episode 74, about Long John Silver's and Captain D's. Episode 71, Jackie Hates Sex Movies. That's from Christopher Segura.
I do.
Oh, no, that's on the main. Yes, no, that's episode 58 was Jackie's Roller Fantasy, and episode 71, Jackie Hates Sex Movies. Lloyd Elmore is listening to all of these. He just joined Patreon. He's going through all of these.
Welcome.
Listen to all of them.
Welcome to the
James
the
Roach
fold.
says the George Goober Lindsay Mr. Spock mystery. Shane Copen says the best is the one with the great John L., which was some background info from our damn old, what's the one where we talk about trucking movies?
Yes, Redneck Matinee.
Redneck Matinee.
Southern movies, not just trucking, a lot of trucking movies, but yeah.
We had a whole chunk on this guy, a minor actor in the Chuck Norris Breaker movie, which is one of our favorite movies over at Redneck Matinee. And it was too long. We took it out. We put it over here on episode 61 of 20 Extra Minutes with Jackie and Dunlap. And also Smokey and the Bandit Part 2.
We did a version of that. We went ahead and did it. I know a lot of people were waiting for it, but this one we're like, it's all right.
It's probably about a year ago.
I think about a year ago. So it's all right, but I think we could do better. And we said, well, if it's all right, we'll let it. So for the extra 20-minute people, that was more than 20 minutes. How long was that? Hour and a half?
I don't know. I don't know what's the matter with my productivity. So that's over at Patreon. Go over there, pull up a chair, give us $5, and you can listen to all the 20 extra minutes your ears can handle.
And know that money helps us do this and all of those, and goes into the computers and all this fancy wires and microphone. We do appreciate it.
Wire money.
Kindly. Wire money. You need a lot of wires to do this. I don't know how the internet works or anything. I know you need a lot of wires because I see a bunch of them running all around here. I try not to trip on them.
Well, we do, honestly, we do appreciate everybody who gives us money at every level. I can't actually even believe somebody would do that.
I won't thank there's a fan, I guess a fan, but we're a fan of his. Won't thank him. He gave us some stuff.
Can we just, I don't mean to interrupt you, but let's never use the word fan.
All right, you said it earlier.
I said it, yeah, and I immediately felt
okay,
terrible.
but we're fans of him.
Yeah.
He's fine artist, great Southern artist, Kip Ramey, was kind enough to show us some T-shirts. He's got Bigfoot T-shirts, and this is something else. It's really good. We need to find out a specific. Does he have a place? You got to be a place to go.
Go to his. I just posted this up on our Instagram. If you follow us on Instagram, if you don't, go to Red State Update on Instagram. We posted a picture of a T-shirt he sent it. His Bigfoot design is always good. He has a lot of great art, and I think he's at Cramey Art.
Cramey Art, that's it. Yeah. Oh,
on Instagram.
Yeah,
I'd start there.
He's a unique, fascinating, interesting artist. I like his stuff. We have some of it hanging in the walls.
Did we post that picture of Jerry Clower? He did that big mouth.
He did it. You got that for my birthday and got it from him, and it's Jerry Clower beer mouth thing. I need to put it up. I need to show that. If we ain't, we'll put it on the.
We'll put it up.
Extra 20 minutes over there. That's what we'll do. Well, extra 20 minutes helps us out. Thank you, Kip, by the way. We just want to mention your name and say how much we appreciate you. And we all fans of your work, so keep it up.
And we've been getting a few extra people subscribing to us over at Patreon. I want to thank every one of y'all who did that.
Welcome. Hope you're enjoying this.
Starting with Lloyd Elmore, who's going through every one of these. That poor SOB.
We should be paying him. Well, as much as that $5 helps, it don't help enough because I tell you what, there ain't as many wires as there are in here. You keep telling we need more, which I don't understand how it works, but I guess we get more wires.
No, you can't have too many.
Well, I don't know where you're going to put them all. Stick them into
the ceiling.
Well, anyhow, we also need to do local Murfreesboro sponsors, which is this part of the thing we're doing here. Local Murfreesboro sponsors, some great businesses, some great idea people, men, women, just so many wonderful sponsors that we've had over the years located here in Murfreesboro. If you live here, you probably know about some of these things already, some of the best kept secrets, and some of this stuff everybody knows about. When you get one of them good sponsors everybody knows about, like Sony's, which we hadn't got Sony's. We didn't get that, but something like Sony's that everybody knows about. Well, we appreciate all that comes in. That $25 that you give us helps.
What was the deal with Shoney's earlier this week?
What happened with Shoney's?
Shoney's was in the news. I can't remember what. Oh, I think it was the.
That's why they're on my mind, I guess. Well, they're always on my mind as far as breakfast is concerned.
Well, that's true. You can't hardly beat a Shoney's breakfast.
Oh, sure.
They were in the news. I hate to interrupt, but I think if we bring up Shoney, I think it was on the New York Times. They were doing another damn article on like Trumpers out in the middle of nowhere or something, and they didn't know what Shoney's was. On the Michael Barbaro didn't know what Shoney's was or something like that. And so they had to explain it on the New York Times morning podcast. You know how we're supposed to start doing a morning podcast every morning?
No.
Like the daily, Jackie, I'm going to get over here at 3 a.m. We talked about it last week.
No, I ain't going to
like
do that.
Up First by NPR or whatever. Crooked Media's got one. We're going to do one. I'm going to get over here about 3:30.
No, you ain't. You be sitting outside.
And we're going to call it Cockadoodle
If you make
News.
too much noise out there, I'll
or
call the police,
Cockanoozle Do.
get you off a porch or wherever you at.
Or Cockanoozle News.
Just shut your mouth. I ain't getting up at 3 in the morning. We ain't doing none of that.
And every day would say, here's the stories that happened yesterday and also what you can look forward to today. So yesterday was total bullshit, and today looks like more of the same. So if you've got something to drink, if you can pull over and pour some damn vodka in your orange juice or whatever.
And stay pulled over. Don't drive like that.
Stay pulled over. I just go sleep in your car.
Yeah.
A lot of times when I hear these podcasts, I'm like, shit. And I just pull over and I got an old blanket in the back seat and I just lay back there and quiver and cry.
All right.
So that's Cockanoozle News.
No, we ain't doing that.
When we get to a certain Patreon
I got something
level.
real to talk about. I got a real sponsor on here, and we appreciate it. Had them before, had them back.
Clockanoozle News.
No.
So it's like a clock with a rooster, and his feathers are the hands of the clock.
What?
And,
he's inside like a Mickey Mouse.
And one hand is pointing at news, and the other hand is pointing at Noozle.
Don't you got foghorn leghorn watches like that, don't they? Or am I dreaming that?
Yeah, we'll do that, except we'll put Trump hair on a foghorn leghorn, and we'll call it Clockanoozle News.
Don't hate.
Every morning, coming soon from Red State Update.
All right, let me do my damn sponsor, because I sure as hell ain't going to be doing that at 3 in the morning any time of the day.
What, don't you live on a farm or something?
I get up early, but I ain't got time to do that. I don't want to start.
Cow?
I don't want to start my day talk about everything that's awful. I don't. That's not what I want to do. I'll do it, later on, bits and pieces throughout the day. Yes, maybe if you did get up early and get it all out of the way, but more stuff's going to happen all the damn day. You're going to be mad about it. So
that's the trap. That's the fool's trap.
I know it. I'll get this out of my system. I feel better now. What? He did. Oh, hell. That's pretty much it. Let me do my sponsor now.
You
Good Lord
could do
Almighty.
an all-day podcast that starts at 3 in the morning and goes to 3 in the next morning, and you're just sitting there, well, I can't believe this just happened, but, and then you're like, well, that's it for today. What? Oh, well, hang on, folks. We're going to sit here a little longer.
Isn't that what CNN is?
That's right.
Basically
I thought
what it
I
is.
invented something, and it's just goddamn CNN.
That's all it is. Watch your mouth. That's just what CNN is.
And then when things do get slow, they have Corey Lewandowski on there just to prove that they have no ethics.
Pretty Trees. That's right. Pretty Trees. That's my sponsor. Everybody knows the show Pretty Trees. Local show, Pretty Trees. Bruce and Sheena, the host of the show, they tell you about some of the prettiest trees here in the Rutherford County area. And then, of course, they give out the location of the tree so you can drive over there and see it right in your face. They had a beautiful track. Can't remember what kind it was. Last week, I think it said it was over off Las Casas Highway.
Oh, I saw that one.
Yeah, well, I didn't drive to go to it. I just happened to be in the area. But I tell you what,
you got to see it in person.
I'm still glad I saw it. You know what I mean?
It makes a difference.
It would have been worth it had I just been going to see that tree, which, of course, I had to drop. Anyhow.
What'd you have to drop off?
No.
What, are you okay?
I'm fine. It ain't nothing
Were
like
you
that.
at a secret doctor's
No,
meeting?
I ain't a secret doctor, no.
What were you dropping off?
None of your damn business.
Cleaning?
what I
Get
did.
your overalls
it's
dry cleaned?
No, it's personal business. I ain't going to talk about it on here, no.
If you took him overalls to dry cleaner, they'd say, these things fall apart if I run them through the machinery.
Anyhow.
I get your galluses caught. These machines cost a lot of money. You ain't had these dry cleaned since the goddamn
Shut your mouth.
Knoxville World's Fair.
Watch your language. I don't want to hear it.
But I mean, it's not like overalls go in and out of style. They pretty much stay at the one. Like, there was fashion shows in Paris every year. People just walking down, old farmers walking down the runway and overalls just clomping down there. It'd be the same damn thing every year.
Well, that's the reason it never changes. That's why I like it. It's comfortable on me. I like them. But I wash them. I do wash them on my own. Put them in the washer.
Nobody said you didn't.
Well, you were saying that the dirty... Just let me do my damn sponsor, all right? Pretty Trees. It's on pretty much every morning, the morning show. Here, a local channel here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and Bruce and Sheena, they just go through, a little morning chit-chat. This how you doing? I'm doing good. What'd you do this week? A little bit of that, not a whole lot. Mainly and get to the trees.
Yeah, get to the trees.
Yeah, you want to see all the trees. And it's a peaceful show. Like, if you can't get out, it's especially good for people if you can't get out to see the regular trees, if for whatever reason you have an ailment, or can't, for legal reasons, can't leave a house. Whoever, if you're stuck at home, and can't get out and miss the trees, you want to turn this on because it's just peaceful. And Bruce and Sheena, they have a nice little, rapport, I guess what you call it. They have pleasant voices. So with that, combined with these beautiful local trees, just makes for a nice morning getting up. And, I enjoy it. And I know if you've been watching it recently, they've been real extra popular playing this video. If you're a regular listener, you're familiar with who Christian Joker is. He's the man tattooed Joker on his face, was the star of the Christian Joker, which is a Kristen Coley's cinema, a Christian version of the regular, or what is that? Just called Joker, regular Joker?
Yeah, just Joker.
Just Joker.
Not even the Joker.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Or Batman Presents Joker.
Well,
it's just Joker.
I didn't like it. It wasn't good. But
what did you not like about it?
Well, it's boring. First off, I'm like, yeah, he's shaking. Oh, he can't stop laughing. Poor fella. I did nothing happened. I was waiting for him. When's he going to turn in Joker? When Batman going to knock the hell out of him? Well, he didn't turn in Joker till the end of the thing, which wasn't too exciting for me. And then Batman never does anything because he's a little boy. Yeah, watch your daddy get shot again.
Hey, spoiler alert.
Well, his daddy gets shot in every one of them. What do you mean, spoiler alert? They get every damn... It don't matter if it's got Joker, Penguin, whoever it is. You gonna watch him get shot every damn time. You'll see it again and again. It ain't a Batman movie. Maybe they didn't show him getting shot in the one with the... Arnold Schwarzenegger, Freeze Man or whatever. Maybe that one which I can't remember. They all get hard for me to tell apart. But it seems like they show him get shot over. He dreams about it or sees it or whatever. Anyhow, same in this one. But they cut that scene out in the Christian Joker, the Christian version of it, which has some scenes from this, but then they replace it with that's where Christian Joker. Yeah, which is his official name now, I believe, is it not?
Yeah, he switched his name. He changed his name legally to Christian Joker.
It used to be Willie Spooney's song later on, but now it's official Christian. That's his legal name. Went and did the
paperwork. He tattooed Joker.
Well, yeah, he got on his
makeup
face.
on his face. I mean, his story strangely parallels the story of regular non-Christian Joker.
I didn't even think about that.
Well, yeah, if you think about especially once he changed his name to Christian Joker, and then he tattooed his face up. And tattooed his hair to look like Joker. So now he just looks like Joker all the time. I think he was wearing a Ronald McDonald outfit, too. Right. But that seems to, I think he's dyed it so it looks a little
different
more.
color,
but
yeah.
If you look, you can see the M.
Well, I never thought about that. There's a little similar like that. But
then also remember those kids stole his sign after his movie started tanking.
Beating the hell out of him. Yeah, it's awful.
And then remember his mother died. His mother he give baths to. She passed away.
She passed away, yeah.
And then remember we thought he lost his medical benefits. Come to find out, it's just his insurance stopped covering tattoo removal.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't get his tattoos removed because
they pulled up.
Yeah, they pulled up on that. And then
he done the best he could.
And then remember he went on Pretty Trees.
Well, that was what I was about to say. He went on the show beforehand because they were running this video of him, which I know we're not supposed to laugh at it now, but at the time it was funny as can be. They were getting a tree, like I normally do, but it turns out Christian Joker was behind of it, and he had him a Dr. Thunder, a can of Dr. Thunder, and I believe, he drops it. which is funny, and then he trips over it, and then he gets a hold of it, and he picks it up somehow. His face gets hurt in it, too. There's something where his face gets real hurt. And then when it opens it, of course, it's all shook up and goes all over his face. And this was funny. I mean, I'm sorry. We used to be funny. And
everybody was into it. They showed it on Pretty Trees over and over.
Yeah.
It was a viral sensation.
Yeah.
And he was upset because he lost a little bit of his luster as Christian Joker once the movie started tanking. And I don't know why he didn't embrace it and just be like, yes, I'm Christian Joker. I got sprayed in the face, money shotted by this Dr. Thunder can. I'm famous again.
Yeah. Which, I mean, he was trying to, I guess that milk that fall. He ran for mayor here, the election. He did not win, obviously.
Oh, that's right. Yes, there was a mayor race last week.
Yeah, there was a mayoral local election here, and he did not win. But I tell you what, he's doing pretty good because of the videotape that they were showing every week of him. Then they had him on there, which we were concerned about that. Things a little iffy, but then I guess it went over well enough, and he lost the mayoral campaign. And now he's on there with Bruce and Sheena, and it's good, but he just mad as hell. All he does is get on there, and he's mad that he lost. So I guess he does what you call, I think they call it the CJ rant section of the show. And they let him just complain about whatever he wants to, but at the end of it, they're the whole time, and then when he gets done, he opens up a can of Dr. Thunder, and it goes all over his face, so he can get mad about whatever he wants to if you wait long enough. Well, you agree with him or you don't.
He's like, society, everybody else's fault, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then he opens up a can and gets it right.
Dr. Thunder's, and you get to see it.
Well, do they still show the trees?
Oh, yeah, that's part of it. That's not just him. He's got a little section, like I said, the CJ section. There was a local reviewer. What did he say it was like? He said it's like watching what show?
It's like a cross between Hannity, Kanye West Church, and Bozo.
I'd say yes. I don't know about Kanye Church, but the other two, yeah.
I don't know who started shipping in the kids, but when he does the CJ rant, he's got an audience of children sitting around his feet, and he's like twitching and smoking right over them.
That's a little.
He holds up the can to their heads as he's making a point, like, oh, he's going to squirt it on them.
No, he never does, though. It gets concerning, but no, it always goes in his face.
But you don't know, it's edgy.
It's edgy because he's mad. He's mad and upset and saying, well, this whole world's going to shoot my language, shit. He did say it on TV, got a little trouble about that. That's what he said.
Well, it's on the Coley Christian channel. You can't say shit.
Well, they didn't bleep it or something. I don't know what they did. They did
Even
good.
I know that.
They did good with the Christian Joker movie, better than they did on Pretty Trees. That's all. I don't know.
What does Bruce and Sheena think about this?
They laugh every time they,
But up until then, it must be awkward.
Well, we don't see them. The camera stays on them. I guess they're sitting over there taking a bathroom break or whatever.
But he has to sit on the couch with them when they're
doing their thing,
trees.
but they don't sit with him when he does his thing, because otherwise they get it all over them too.
It's just a little off-putting to tune in Bruce and Sheena Pretty Trees. You want to start your morning off with some good trees.
Mixing it up, doing a little different kind of format, whatever, so, it's just what they're doing. So, but yeah, that's my sponsor, Pretty Trees. It's good. You get to see Christian Joker on there. And now I heard tell that we're going to rerun at Coley Christian Cinemas now that he's kind of, getting popular again in some regard. Just because, that they were talking about running Christian, because Christian Joker was the most popular thing here you could go see, and then all of a sudden it just wasn't. Nobody liked it anymore. But they're talking about going in and putting pictures of him doing the can in that.
Like a extra footage.
Yeah.
I bet that'd be Coley Cinema's #1 movie if they do that. Re-release.
That's what they're talking about, re-release.
Bonus footage. They should do that.
Take it back in and put it in there. Because they're still going to have the good Christian stuff in it. You just add a little more funny to it. Because we were talking about earlier, every time Batman, Daddy got to watch him get shot over and over and her necklace fall, all that stuff. In this one, the man comes up behind him and you think he's about to kill him, and then he just witnesses to him in the alleyway.
Maybe in this one they can change it to where they get squirted with Dr. Thunder.
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? I mean, get witness too. Don't take that out. Just add the funny to it.
Get witness or get wetness?
Well, word tale. This is what it is. that's going to be, I don't know that for sure. I just heard some rumblings about that they were going to re-release with extra. They said they're going to add an extra 10 minutes, and I think it was all him opening Dr. Thunder in his face or something on him somewhere. So Pretty Trees, watch that. Bruce and Sheena are great. And, Christian Joker, I will say I don't necessarily agree with him. It's definitely interesting, but it always ends funny because he got Dr. Thunder all over his face and clothes, yeah. It's good. Pretty Trees, I'm glad to have him as a sponsor. Glad to have him back, and I'll be watching. Peaceful, nice, and then funny. It's a good show.
Well, Jackie, I got a sponsor this weekend I think you're really going to like.
Well, let's see about that. I don't know for sure.
Well, as you were saying, there was a mayoral election here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Yep.
Last Tuesday.
Made the news. Yeah, it was big news around this.
Big
part.
deal.
Yeah.
Christian Joker did not win. He did not become mayor.
I don't think he's conceded yet, but he's complaining about it on.
Oh, he's conceded, all right.
Well, I'm saying, you know what I mean. He
conceded.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah.
So he's on there. He got what he wanted. He gets a platform. Probably he can be aggrieved by losing the mayorship, but he gets to rant about it in front of a huge audience there on the Coley's Christian channel. I don't see how he's actually the loser. Perhaps we are the losers. Perhaps the trees.
Wow.
But I got some more mayor election results for you here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, so if you keep up with Murfreesboro politics, we shouldn't have kept,
You probably need to know that the new mayor of Murfreesboro is Jesus' skeleton.
Yeah.
Folks, that's Jesus' skeleton. And I should point out right now, in case you're like, Jesus' skeleton, it's not Jesus' actual skeleton.
No.
Jesus' skeleton went up to heaven with Jesus. This is a skeleton that Jesus owned, that he would make dance to entertain lepers and other sick people while Jesus was working his way to them. Sometimes, yes, if he was spinning around and he accidentally hit a sick person, he could heal them too, but wasn't like he had all these powers, just a few accidental powers.
That's a story for children to learn about the gospel. It's like Frosty Snowman, but in more than Christmas.
Well, Jackie, Jesus' skeleton was supposed to stay here on earth and work with the apostles, but they were so scared of him because he's a skeleton.
I know.
He had to stay at Jesus' favorite graveyard, and that's how Halloween became a Christian holiday.
But I'm saying that's a made-up story to help children come to the gospel. This isn't an actual even... This is not a real Jesus skeleton either way, one in heaven or the one. This is a man that portrays that role to children. I'm trying to make sure that's clear, because otherwise it sounds crazy as hell.
And we do not know who that man is. He has not released his real name.
Well, he wears that skeleton man. He got a costume on, yeah.
But let me ask you a question. Would you rather the mayor be Jesus' skeleton or like Randy?
I'm ready to give Jesus Skeleton a chance. I don't think he needs to keep using that because we have to explain it every time when someone asks who the mayor is, which most people don't. But if they were, it would take a while to explain.
It takes
takes a few minutes. Yeah, but I mean, I think he'd be able to do just as good a job as mayor, hopefully, with his real name and take a costume off. I think he'd be fine if he did that. I mean, if it entertains people, fine. I'm going to give him a chance, what I'm saying. I'll give him a chance.
Well, listen, it was a tight race, and we don't know for sure that he was even going to win. So if he was just running as like, Clayton.
That's true. I don't know. He may not have won.
I don't know that he would have done good at all. People want Jesus' skeleton. They don't want Ernie.
If Christian Joker had thought to do that Dr. Thunder thing in his campaign ads, and done that at his live. He
had him in the ads, but he talked over him and just being real, like, I'm so angry.
If you'd have just
people done this to me,
shook up a can and got it all over you, he may be sitting in the main. It was close either way.
He's funny. That was funny.
Yeah.
He did everything he could to make it not funny. But if he had just buckled down and said, I'm just going to squirt myself in the face and just be funny about it.
That's what clowns do.
That's what he should have done. He was so funny.
He's still funny. He's mad, but he's still funny.
It hurts a little bit. Yeah, he could have won. Well, really, the only reason he didn't win was because Susie Whiskers, new business, leaf burners, is doing so well, some people just want to watch leaves burn. And so she has been getting dry, brittle leaves shipped from all over the country. There's a leaf burner basically on every corner now. It's these metal or metal-like constructions, boxes, big enough for a few people to get in with portholes, and you can just stand there. You pay her some money, you get to watch leaves burn. And sometimes if you pay enough, you get to shovel some in yourself.
Well, it just smells. I'm glad for any entrepreneur to come with a business. People respond to them. Good for her. I'm glad she's doing well with the business, but it just smoke everywhere all over the place because they're all over the damn place now.
Well, she
you
said...
don't need but 2 or 3 of them. You don't need one every which way you go.
She said they are going gangbusters.
Well,
she's got Caden Cody out there working with her on these, smoking, shoveling leaves in. People love it. People love fire.
That's true, yeah.
I don't know how many fire-based businesses we've had here in Murfreesboro, but this is the latest one, and she's throwing them up on every street corner. She says, you never know. She took the lesson of the Christian Joker to heart. You never know how long you're going to be popular. We ain't still going to the movies every weekend to watch the fucking apple dumpling game.
Watch your mouth.
New things come out. I'm not tattooing my face. I'm throwing these up in a 100% completely non-substandard fashion. These are very well-built leaf burning booths that are on every corner.
You got to be responsible with any kind of fire-based business. You're right. You have to be responsible. Well,
she
good.
says, I have to move as fast as humanly possible, possibly to the point of neglect, because you never know when the money's going to dry up. I finally have hit it after weeks of trying to come up with a leaf-based business, and I think I'm finally going to make my fortune. Luckily, here in Murfreesboro, we have a city government, and when businesses start throwing up all these non-shoddily constructed burning booths, you can rely on local city ordinances, construction codes, building licenses, coming through the mayor's office. Her boyfriend, the mayor, Jesus' skeleton, is watching over all this. They're engaged. That's going to be the social event of the year. They are 100% in love. Their Instagram makes me sick. They are so cozy and canoodling all the time. But the mayor is watching all this construction, and safety is everyone's main concern. Caden, Cody.
It should be. Cuckoo and
all of them.
Cabby. Yeah.
All of them.
Good. The safety should come first before love anything. Because what good is
what good is love without safety?
If you're on fire,
not just your heart or your loins, all of you.
You're in flames. Not worth it.
So she said, I ain't gonna be mayor. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I endorse my boyfriend, Jesus' skeleton.
That may have been what helped him out too at the end, right?
Because he was running as a Democrat.
Yeah.
And then the Republican, Remo Williams Steuben, the garbage man in a tie, he come out and he said, you know what? I just looked at how much you make as mayor and how much I make as garbage man. I endorse Jesus' skeleton for mayor.
Yeah, drop down.
And then the writing was on the wall for Christian Joker.
Not enough.
Jesus' skeleton in a landslide.
Yeah.
So
I'm willing to give him a chance. I want to see what is your sponsor then? What is it? I don't.
Leaf burner.
Oh yeah,
folks.
Yeah.
If you just want to watch leaves burn, come outside.
Be careful.
Look to your right. Look to your left. There's probably a leaf burner's booth there. Caden, Cody is going to be there taking money. Slip them $5, $10, $20. You give them enough, they'll let you burn whatever you want in there. Bale of hay. You got it. You can burn it.
There got to be some rules.
The cinders are hot.
Yeah.
Watch. Don't throw up a lot of cinders in the air. The air is smoky and it's hard to see the cinders. So if they land on a building or something, some of this is on you. You the one watching and throwing stuff in there.
Everybody has to be safe. The people setting
what
it
the
up.
mayor says.
Yes, everybody. It could fall back if they're doing everything appropriately, and you come in there and act a fool. Things turn out bad with fire. Just be
it was when she burnt down Booties and about seven miles of woods, and people were like, "That was cool." She was like, "I've been thinking too much about safety. People just want to watch the fires."
Still got to be safe.
Well, they did have the gospel ghouls are out of the hospital.
Oh, good.
And most of their burns have healed, and they're in the Jesus' Skeletons cabinet, the mayoral cabinet.
Oh, we give them all work. Well,
yeah,
good.
the hymn wolf
Yeah.
is over sanitation.
Yeah. Scripture mummy.
Scripture mummy, he's over sanitation too. They're all in the sanitation department.
Did he even give Preaching Dracula a job?
Preaching Dracula, yeah, hell yeah.
I just think that's the weakest link in the gospel ghoul. But, that's just my opinion. No offense to him. I don't know him personally. It just seems that everybody else got a thing.
No, Preaching Dracula is like, he's in that part where you go and
he's just Dracula
licenses.
And talks, essentially, though. I mean, I'm glad he's giving out the good word, but still.
If you need a marriage license, you got to go see Preaching Dracula.
Yeah.
And he's like, congratulations.
Well, good for him. I'm not saying, I ain't against him. I'm just saying that just seems the weakest link to me.
The only one that ain't working in the mayor's office is a creature from the Black Baptismal Pole.
Oh.
He fled to the lakes. He said we should all follow suit.
What?
However, we burnt Murfreesboro down before. Like, that's happened while we've been doing the
That's
podcast.
why do you think I'm preaching safety over and over again?
How many times is that going to happen?
But still,
it can't happen more than
if
once.
you're careless, look at California.
Now's the time that we both have to go. Our podcast come out really great, we know. Our time is at an end, so until we meet again, we'll just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, 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 goodbye.
I'm going to give Jesus a skeleton, even though I think he needs to use his real name, whatever it is. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt. I'm curious to see what he can do in this position, and best of luck to him, yeah.
That's good. That's very... We got to all pull together, Jackie, in this day and age.
Well, yeah, but people ain't going to do that. I mean,
We're more divided now than we ever have been.
that's very true. That's very true, yeah.
And some people wanted Jesus' skeleton. Some people wanted Christian Joker.
Yeah.
Some people wanted Susie Whiskers,
I didn't know anybody that wanted her, but that's
which
good
she's
for her.
my ex-girlfriend, so stop.
I'm just
watch
saying
how
I
you
didn't
talk.
know anybody. I thought she was she was third place. She was Kamala Harris area.
Yes.
Yeah. That's all I meant.